Can dreams reveal hidden trauma? In case we haven't met yet, I'm Jess X Goh, and I'm the sole founder of Life in Confidence. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on the latest insight into your trauma recovery. And if you got any nuggets of gold from this video, please give it a like and comment below what you got from it, sharing it with your loved ones who need to hear this right now. So, dreams can reveal us all sorts of things. And for me, from my perspective, when I do dream interpretations for my clients, whether it's working with me one-to-one or attending my workshops and retreats, it brings up a lot of subconscious memories to the surface and patterning that needs to be cleared. It also helps us to be more aware how we use these patterns as coping mechanisms to protect our identity. Now, let me give you a couple of examples here. I remember a client who attended my Transforming Trauma workshop, and the dream that she didn't think too much of it was about her and her work colleague bonding over their favorite artist, Michael Jackson. And I pointed out to her what they shared in common is their identity. Now, identity is important for that particular client is because if you think of it this way, Michael Jackson, he writes his music based on identity, black or white. And you can see there is such a big pressure and confusion for him to be white because of the music industry and the executives, as well as society, feeling pressured that it's not safe to be black. And that would be the same thing for her. It may not be racially for her, but it shows up in different ways. And so it's this pattern of self-abandonment that we use to navigate who we really are. If I didn't have my father in my life or my mother in my life, who I really am, if I wasn't born Asian, being brought up in a Western country like Australia, who would I be if I was just an Australian brought up in Australia? Would my identity be conflicted, or would it be a lot more coherent because I'm not being confused with different cultures and different identities and who I am and how I need to show up? And that's exactly what the dream was showing up for her, was how to navigate your identity when something is missing in your life. And I remember working with another client, and he had nightmares with entities. And if you don't know what an entity is, it's, you could say, a parasite that is, you could say, like a ghost leeching on your energy, your consciousness, programming you with fear and addiction, and it keeps you stuck in this heaviness. And it's hard for you to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, this is what my private client has went through when he worked with me for 3 months. And what I've learned from that is that it's all of these curses and spells that were placed on him since he was a baby, and he couldn't get a settled good night's sleep. In his dreams, all he sees are entities, red eyes, black eyes, and it doesn't make him feel safe until we did an entity removal and other things involved that needs to be cleared. I know for myself, there are times where I am tuning in with a friend or a childhood friend or crush, and I would tap into their core problems. Now, what that means is your psychic ability has been wide open, because you're not caught up in the trauma in the mind, the third eye isn't as blocked. So when the third eye is open, you can tune into information into other people's fields without even knowing it through dream time. So there's so many things that dreams can reveal to us. I reached out to a girlfriend and say, hey, I had a dream that we were in a car together and you were driving and we went out of control and we end up being in a holiday destination that we wanted to be, and they told us that they had to kick us out because we're not welcome. And the whole time you were driving, you were complaining about your partner. And so when I connected with her, she says that she is actually facing issues with her partner. So it's amazing what we can pick up in our dreams, whether it's other people's problems or other people's experiences or versions of the truth, or perhaps we're picking up on unresolved patterning within ourselves that we use as a coping mechanism to keep us stuck and locked in this false sense of identity through fear. And dreams are just simply showing you what needs to be cleared in order for you to move forward. And so when I was picking up my girlfriend, I'm just bringing it to her awareness what she needs to clear in order for her to move forward with her partner. So there you have it, my love. Dreams are open to interpretation, and it's all about memories that we're accessing from the subconscious mind that's bringing it to our attention that needs to be resolved and dealt with from the heart for this to be cleared. And we can also communicate with other beings in our dreams, even people who have passed over, like my father. He would come into my dreams with anger and resentment, as well as hatred towards me, because of unresolved karmic ties that we had together as father and daughter. And I'm sure many karmic past lives that we shared that we both weren't able to disintegrate. And so when I had to start looking into that aspect of my life, it wasn't easy. I had to clear a lot of problems there between me and my father, so he will no longer show up in my dreams. And guess what? He no longer shows up in my dreams anymore, because he is now happy on the other side that I finally took personal responsibility where I caused suffering and pain in the relationship by pushing him away, by seeing my mum's point of view only in the marriage and not getting to know him and have compassion for where he's coming from, because I was so blindsided by this blind love that I had for my mother, her playing the victim and my father playing as the perpetrator, or the abuser, should I say. And so that is the beauty of dreams. It's so easy to get caught up in fear when we see all sorts of things there, like entities, having panic attacks and nightmares in our dreams, and not being in control when we're in our dreams. And it's revealing to you, these are the patterning that you need to dissolve and clear so you can create space from within for something new to come through. So if you're ready to dive deeper, you might be interested in attending my winter solstice ancestral trauma clearing circle, which I'm running via Zoom. And if you can't attend live, you get access to the replay for 1 month. And this will give you plenty of opportunities to clear multi-layers that you have in your relationships with your father and mother lineages that are impacting you right now. This is a very potent container, and this offers a shift, a breakthrough, if you are up for it. So you can click on the link if you like to learn more or book your spot. If you like to attend my upcoming trauma-based recovery workshops and retreats that I'm running in South Australia, I have my conscious relationships for singles and couples, magnetic woman, and transforming trauma. You can find all the details in the links And you can also book a free clarity call to see if this is right for you and how I can best support you in this particular sacred immersion. And I also have my inner child healing course, Transform Wombs into Wisdom. If you are ready to integrate more of the fractured versions of yourself that is pulling your attention left, right, and center, and it's a real struggle for you to just be stable in the here and now, to be in your body, to regulate your nervous system, and to be grounded and to have clarity how to move forward in your life, Inner Child Healing Course is for you. It's exactly what you need to build a strong foundation with your relationship with yourself first before you can launch and grow and expand into other aspects of your life. So you can learn more in the link as well. And lastly, if you would like to work with me privately, I offer my Find Yourself in Trust mentorship for 3 months, where it's just you and me online via Zoom. And this is where you're going to be focusing on experiencing a breakthrough in all areas of your life. This is not for the faint-hearted. It's for someone who is serious about making radical changes within themselves, for these changes to show up as their personal transformation in living their best life. And you can also work with me face-to-face for a half-day or full-day trauma recovery retreat that is tailored to your needs, your goals, and your concerns. So if you'd like to learn more about that, I highly recommend that you watch my free webinar, Overcome the Impacts of Childhood Traumas in 3 months. This will give you a clear understanding how I work with my clients, and for you to book a free clarity call for us to dive deeper in how we can work together and if we're a good fit to help you get on your way to the other side of trauma once and for all. So there you have it, my love. What you see in your dreams is a reflection in what you see in yourself. And if you're seeing other people and tapping into their stuff, that is a real gift that you have, that you can share with them, the patterns and the unresolved traumas that they need to see for themselves to be the light that's in their heart. And so may this serve you in moving forward, that if you're experiencing nightmares, it's not here to haunt you. It's here to show you the way out by going within. May you be the light that's in your heart.